Yo, what's up today? Medyo iibahin natin ng konti. So, this is probably a longer video. Not sure kung gaano siya katagal, hahaba. But, my guarantee to you is you will learn a lot from this video. Especially kung you are into funnels and internet marketing and wala kang idea paano gumagana lahat yan. This video, we will discuss entirely how funnels and internet marketing work. So, dadaanan natin yan mula sa basic interest conversion, delivery, retentions, tracking data, plus different tools na ginagamit natin. Finally, good versus bad funnels and your first funnel plan. So, if wala ka pang dalang kape, or ano ba ang ginagawa mo yan? Busy ka? Nag-i-scroll ka? Tigil mo muna yan. Take some notes because you will learn a lot from this video. Okay, so let's start with the very basic. How funnels and internet marketing works. Ano ba yung funnel? Let's start discussing ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng funnel. So, a funnel is the path that people take before they buy from you. Because the reason we do funnels and the reason bakit sobrang powerful ng funnels is most people don't buy the first time they see you. So, on the average, di ba, sabi nyo sa data na mabasa natin na you need 7 attempts or 7 times na makita ka nila bago sila bumili sa'yo. Mas mataas pa kapag high-ticket products yung mga binibenta mo. So, funnel, para mas ma-imagine nyo siya, kaya sa funnel, kasi it guides them step by step. So, many people believe na yung funnel, alam mo yun yung website or yun yung strategy, no? But it's not really the funnel. The core essence of the funnel is ito. Awareness, interest, decision, action. So, it's just a clear path. So, for example, let's say, nag-strategize ka, no? And yung strategy mo ganito. So, mag-i-inquire sila, messenger, mag-i-inquire sila sa'yo, tapos, tatawagan mo sila. Tapos, mag-i-schedule ka ng viewing. Tapos, magpe-present ka. Tapos, mako-close mo yung deal. No? Normally, ganun ang nangyayari. Especially sa real estate, high ticket. That's already a funnel strategy. No? That's already a funnel. Kahit wala kang website, kahit wala ka nung traditional na funnel na nakikita mo online na may landing page, may opt-in page, may email marketing. No? That's not the essence of a funnel. What a funnel actually is a step-by-step process kung saan kino-close mo yung deal, dinadala mo sila sa process. So in some way, para tong let's say, parang panliligaw. Panliligaw is also a funnel. Bakit? Kasi diba sa simula, awareness, papakilala ka muna, 'di ba? Tapos pag nasabi mo na yung intention mo, na gusto kita, pwede ba kitang ligawan, magpo-proceed kayo sa interest or ito yung liligawan, 'di ba? Tapos magde-decide yung babae na, sige, sasagutin na kita, tapos may action, 'di ba? Na magiging kayo na, magiging mag-boyfriend, girlfriend kayo. That's also funnel per se. So, common misconception na they think funnel is the website or the opt-in page. That's just one form of a funnel. Okay? But that's not really a funnel. So, kailangan mo maintindihan na yung funnel is any strategy kung saan dinadala mo sila from awareness to action. In this case, which is bumili sila sa'yo, customer mo sila. So, in simple view, para mas maintindihan natin, di ba, they see you, they get curious, they give their info, they decide to buy, you deliver, you come back, or buy more. That's it. A funnel is just a plan for those steps. And a funnel keeps them moving forward. So, later on, we will discuss paano ba to ine-execute or paano ba to ginagawa. But for now, intindihin nyo muna maigi. The difference or the concept nung tinatawag natin na funnel. So, a funnel always keeps them moving forward. So, there are some tips or there are pretty much anything that you can sell using a funnel. Pwede kang magbenta ng courses. Pwede ka rin namang magbenta ng services. Pwede kang mag-generate ng leads. Pwede kang magbenta ng physical products. Pwede kang magbenta ng applications, franchises, and local business. So, any type of merong selling factor of any type of business can benefit from a clear funnel structure. Now, ano ba yung key ideas na kailangan nating tingnan dito kung gusto nating mag-execute or gumawa ng isang magandang funnel? Let's look at this. Key ideas. Number 1, each step has one job. Yan, so, tandaan nyo yung principle na yan. Kasi later on, pag binreakdown na natin yung funnels, i-explain ko sa inyo kung ano yung objective, ano yung job ng particular funnel step na yon. Pangalawa, so many people do this. Do not confuse people. Again, ulitin ko po, ang funnel po ninyo dapat malinaw yung next step or hindi nakakalito. Hindi sila matatrap. Kasi yung mga buyers, especially sa internet marketing, kung nagbebenta kayo online, ano ba, nag-i-scroll yan eh. 'Di ba? Parang kumbaga patay yung utak niya, nag-i-scroll yan, hindi yan masyadong nag-iisip. 'Di ba? Bored yan, nagre-relax yan. So, do not confuse people. Kung anong gusto mong gawin, anong gusto mong ipagawa sa kanila, pwedeng gusto mo sila bigyan ng free quote, free quote lang. So, pag nag-inquire sila, bigyan mo sila ng free quote. Pag pinagbigay mo sila ng number, sabihin mo tatawag sila. So, make each step na as clear as possible. Do not confuse people. Marami pong ganito, maraming gumagawa ng ganito na hindi nila alam kung anong gagawin nila. So, ano po bang next step? Mag-schedule po ba ng meeting? Pupunta pa ba ng office? Mag-attend ba ako ng seminar? Ano ba, may tatawag ba sa akin? Magkano? Anong product? Blah, 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 etc. Malabo. No, sometimes gumagana siya, but most of the time, if you want a successful business online, make it as clear as possible. Do not confuse people and make it easy to take the next step. Ito, isa pang nakikita kong mali. For example, payment. This is a core business principle. Kailangan nyo make it easy for people to pay you. Dapat maging madali. So, for example, dapat marami kang payment method. So, halimbawa, ano bang common nyo yung GCash? O hindi pwedeng wala kang GCash payment. O hindi pwedeng wala kang bank transfer payment. O hindi pwedeng cash ka lang. Paano kung online business, di ba? So, make it easy for people to take the next step. Same thing, kung gusto nyo mag-book sila ng call with you, make it easy. Gawin mo na yung calendar mo, very intuitive, hindi hahanap-hanapin pa. Or schedule them via chat. Kung sabi nila ganitong oras, ikaw na yung mag-book sa calendar. Nagsabi na ng ganitong oras na pwede ako ng 8 p.m. ganitong oras. Tapos sasabihin mo pa na, ma'am, punta po kayo sa website, book po kayo dito sa calendar link, fill up nyo po itong form. Kayo na mag-book kung kaya naman na. Okay? So make it easy for people to take the next step. Those are the key ideas if you want a successful marketing or sales funnel. So in general, people think that funnels are complicated. They are not. You only need two things. Kailangan mo ng attention, kailangan mo ng makakita, and kailangan mo ng clear next step. Kailangan malinaw yung next step kung saan sila pupunta. So anong isang malinaw na example dyan? Let's say, gumawa ka ng Facebook ad, di ba? Tapos nakadirect siya, pag click mo yung Facebook ad, mapupunta ka sa landing page. Sa landing page, may form dyan. Pag naglagay ka ng information, thank you, may thank you page, tapos sasabihin mo, natatawagan ka ng team namin, tapos you use that information to transition into a sales call. Kung sa TikTok video naman, nasa link in bio, normally yan ang ginagawa, link in bio, tapos checkout page, tapos pa-follow up mo sila via email. So, simple lang dapat ang funnels, especially kung first time mong gagawa o first time mo i-deploy. Mas komplikado ang funnel, mas mahirap siyang paganahin. Okay, again, ulitin ko, pag mas mahirap po ang funnel, mas mahirap po siyang paganahin. That's why, if you're just starting out, start with a simple funnel design. Start with a simple funnel plan. In that way, hindi malilito or ikaw din mismo sa sarili mo, madali mo siyang mapapagana, madali mo siyang ma-execute. Okay, now move forward na tayo sa interest. Now, nakita nyo na yung common or yung first details, summary, kung ano ba ibig sabihin ng funnel. So, hopefully, meron na kayong basic idea kung paano gumagana. Now, iisa-isahin natin yan. Let's start with the very top of the funnel. How do you get people to inquire or paano mo papapuntahin yung mga tao towards doon sa first step ng funnel mo, which is normally an opt-in page. So, di ba, normally, nag-ads ka. Di ba, nag-run ka ng Facebook ads. Now, those are already attention. Bakit? Kasi, pag nagbayad ka sa Facebook ads, by default, makikita talaga ng tao yan. So, hindi na natin i-discuss yun. Kumbaga, yung attention, it's technically, sobrang daling step. Kasi kahit ano ilagay mo dyan, basta nilagay mo sa ads, magkakaroon yan ng reach, magkakaroon yan ng views, magkakaroon ng impression. Now, what we have to discuss is, how do you get those people, how do you get strangers, who technically, walang kaalam-alam kung sino ka, hindi ka pa nakikita before. So, how do you get them interested that they want to know more? So, nakita ka nila. Now, they know that you exist. Next, they must care enough to learn more. Ibig sabihin ng interest, they want more info, they believe you might help them, and they are willing to take a small step. Normally, small free step. So, either willing sila na mag-submit ng kanilang information, magbigay ng kanilang name, email, contact number, or mag-send sila ng message sa Facebook mo na, hey, kailangan ko ng mas maraming information regarding dito sa particular ad mo. Now, itong step na to, usually, kailangan mo ng landing page or isang simpleng lead magnet. Ibig sabihin ng lead magnet, it's an incentive for them to take that small step. Kumbaga, reward yan. So, for example, let's say, nagbebenta ka ng insurance. How do you get people na nag-i-inquire about insurance? How do you get them to inquire or give their information? Pwedeng ang kapalit o sige, bibigay mo sa akin yung information mo, bibigay mo sa akin yung contact details mo. In return, bibigyan kita ng checklist, bibigyan kita ng free quote, bibigyan kita ng ano ba sa insurance, ano ba yung mga normaling binibigay na libre, di ba? Parang brochure, or bibigyan kita ng price list, bibigyan kita ng quotation. So may kapalit, may exchange. Now, the mistake na ginagawa nila dito kung bakit hindi naging successful yung campaigns nila, either wala silang lead magnet na binibigay. Kaya hindi napo-persuade yung mga nakakakita ng ads na mag-take ng next step. Again, anong principle number 1 natin? Diba dapat isa lang ang objective. So, ang objective mo sa interest, hindi para bentehan sila agad. Ang objective mo, mapa-inquire lang sila or makuha mo yung contact details nila. That's why you need yung tinatawag natin na lead magnet. Now, later on, we'll expound more on that. We will discuss it after we finish this particular session. So, ano yung common tools that I use to build interest? Ito na. So, let's start una, landing page with a clear promise. So, halimbawa, fitness page ka, o gusto mo bang mag-lose ng fat, o get my free guide, o get my free checklist, or attend my free seminar. Ito, free guide, free checklist, free webinar training. This is very useful, especially kung nasa info products ka, or coach ka, nagtuturo ka. You need to give out a free guide, a checklist, webinar training. O ano pa, email or phone number form. Pwede mong sabihin na kung gusto mong malaman or you want to get a quote or for example, detailer ka o gusto mong makakuha ng quote, you want to get clear pricing on your vehicle, fill out this form. So, ano yung model ng car mo, anong year, anong taon, diba? Anong kulay, anong gusto mong pa-survey para masenda ka namin ng additional detail. Ano pa? Ito, very common. Messenger or WhatsApp or Viber na opt-in. Pwedeng-pwede rin to. This is highly valuable. So, let's say nag-ads ka. If you're interested to learn more, message us or DM us or ask questions below para masendan ka namin ng information. Also, pwedeng-pwede rin naman yung add to cart kung ikaw ay nasa e-commerce. Add to cart ka, e-commerce, low-ticket item. Yan yung mga common tools na pwede mong gamitin. So, malinaw yung exact na next step na iti-take ng iyong mga prospect. Now, what I do to help me na mag-create ng mga ganito is I go to ChatGPT. And then I'll paste this prompt. So, this prompt is called the customer research. Ay, itong customer research prompt, ginagawa ko yan, pinipaste ko siya dito, ay makikita nyo sa screen. So, ine-edit ko lang yan. By the way, kung gusto nyo, i-copy nyo na lang, screenshot nyo, pause nyo yung video, copy nyo, type nyo mano-mano, tapos habang nandyan na rin kayo, i-like nyo na rin, mag-comment na rin kayo, and i-share nyo na rin. Ganito siya ginagamit. So, for example, magbigay kayo ng any product or service. Ano bang maganda natin? Sige, let's just do insurance for now. So, papalitan lang natin to, hindi siya company, di ba? I am an insurance agent selling to anong audience natin? Filipinos, OFWs in particular. Di, wag na lang OFWs, masyadong specific eh. Filipinos na lang, young professional. Okay, yung mga ganyan. Normally, ganyan ang target ng mga insurance agent eh. So, iraran natin yan. Tuturo ko sa inyo paano kayo mag-generate ng mga lead magnet or ng landing page na makakatulong sa iyong specific na audience. Sige, let's run it. Okay? So, yan yung in-output niya. As you can see, ayan o, goals, meets, fears, and frustrations. Mahalaga po yan. Bakit? Kasi kung alam mo yung mga yan, alam mo kung paano mo sila bebentahan and paano mo sila ipo-persuade towards the next step. So, for example, pwede kang gumawa ng ad na ganito yung headline. Gusto mo bang mag-build ng savings while protecting your own family? You want to start investing? Do you want to have an emergency fund? Okay? Without being a burden to your family? Ba? Or natatakot ka rin ba na suddenly you will lose your job? Or hindi ka pa magkaroon ng savings at the age of 40? Get this blah 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 checklist. Get this free quote or get this free financial planning seminar. or click the link below. So, something like that. So, because you know that, you can create lead magnets that actually persuade yung target audience mo na mag-inquire or mag-take ng clear next step. So, the next, after natin gumawa ng customer research, pwede ako maglagay dito na, using this, suggest 10 different lead magnet ideas that I can give out for free in exchange for their contact information. Diba, ganyan lang kadali. Okay? So, let's see kung ano lalabas. Ayan, ito. Nakita nyo naman. And starter financial plan for young professionals. A simple one-page plan showing where their money should go each month. So, halimbawa, nag-run ka ng ads. Do you want a simple plan? Okay? Financial plan for young professionals, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Emergency fund calculator, beginner's guide to insurance, so PDF to. So, in exchange for their contact information, pwede ka magbigay ng PDF. Pwede ka rin magbigay ng Google Sheets or Notion template. Simple checklist, breakdown, ayan. So, financial plan for 20K, 30K, 40K salary. In exchange, makukuha mo ng libre in exchange for your contact information. And so on and so forth. So, that's how you can capture their interest. Especially ngayon sa Facebook ads. Sa Facebook ads po kasi, automatic na broad targeting na lang ang gumagana. Hindi na gumagana yung mga specific na interest targeting. So, if you want to get quality leads, dapat yung lead magnet mo para siyang pain. Alam niyo yung pain, di ba pag mangingisda ka? So, halimbawa gusto mong hulihin bangus. Dapat yung pain mo, yung kinakain ng bangus. O yung gusto ng bangus. Di ba? Kung ang gusto mo, tilapia ang huhulihin mo. Yung pain mo dapat, yung bait, yun din yung ilalagay mo, yung match doon sa tilapia, kung ano yung gusto mong hulihin. So, for example, ang hinuhuli mo ay yung mga tao na gustong mag-start ng kanilang insurance journey or gustong mag-interest bumili ng insurance. Ano ang magandang pain para sa kanila? I think, eto, financial plan. That's a good na pain. Kasi kung ikaw ay naghahanap, di ba, young professional ka na naghahanap ka ng financial plan, you would need this. Di ba, ma-attract ka dito. Okay, kung halimbawa naman ito, ang sahod mo ay 40,000. O ma-attract ka dito sa 40K na budget plan, na financial plan. Yun yung logic, yun yung mentality. Kaya nakakapag-targeting ka pa rin kahit broad targeting yung gamit mo sa Facebook ads. Ang tawag po dito ay creative targeting. Kaya siya tinawag na creative targeting, ang pang-target na ginagamit mo is yung actual na creative na ginagamit mo. So more on that, hindi naman tayo Facebook ads pero binigyan ko kayo ng idea. If you want to learn how to run Facebook ads, and may workshop ako, may live workshops ako na kinoconduct on how to run Facebook ads. So if you're interested to learn ads, make sure na mag-enroll kayo dyan. Alright? Next, ito, important step to note. Do not give everything. Just give enough so that they want the next step. Ito po minsan nag-over-deliver naman. Sobra naman silang nag-over-deliver. It's important na you do not give everything. Just enough so that they want to take the next step. So, dapat yung lead magnet mo, it's valuable enough. Mahalaga siya, magagamit siya ng tao. Pero at the same time, it does not fully solve the problem. So, for example, ito nga, bagay na bagay ito. Meron kang checklist. Di ba? Pero yung checklist, hindi naman enough yun. So, kailangan mo pa rin talaga ng actual na insurance. So, that's one thing. So, most of the times, nag-a-apply ito kapag sa mga info products or yung mga courses, etc. So, hindi lahat nire-reveal ng information sa ads. Di ba? Meron pang i-reveal doon sa actual na final product. So, what people look for in this stage? Ayan, ito nga. Do you understand their problem? Naiintindihan mo ba yung problema nila? Paano mo? Hindi mo nga alam kung anong problema nila eh. Paano mo malalaman kung anong problema nila? Gagamitin mo tong prompt na to. You need to do customer research. Ayan, alam mo yung goals, meets, fears, and frustrations nila. No specific na audience mo, at least, sinabi sa'yo ni ChatGPT. Hindi ka naman ikaw yung actual na nag-research, diba? Kaya nga ngayon, sobrang dali na. Sobrang dali na mag-market. Gagawin mo lang to. Maiintindihan mo na yung market mo. So, that's the first step. Do you understand their problem? Naiintindihan mo ba talaga yung problema nila? Next, can you solve it? Kaya mo bang i-solve yung problema nila? So, one way is by teaching them how to solve it. No? That's one example. So, for example, let's say, isa kang, magbigay tayo ng industry. O let's say, isa kang boxing trainer. Diba? Boxing trainer. Tapos, ang problema ng audience mo, hindi niya kayang mag-jab or nahihirapan siyang mag-jab straight. Okay, ngayon, tinuro mo sa kanya kung paano mag-jab straight. Tinuro mo sa kanya kung paano mag-jab straight and ginawa mo yun ng libre via video. So, una, napatunayan niya na kaya mo talagang ituro yung jab straight. Okay? So, magtitiwala siya ngayon, ito, alam ko to. Diba? Kaya nitong magturo ng jab straight. Kasi tinuruan niya nga ako ng libre. Natutunan ko nga eh. Now, kung kailangan mo ng next step, kailangan mo ng actual na face-to-face na training, diba? it's easier kasi nagtitiwala ka na sa kanya. Alam niyo kaya ko tong ituro. So for example, ako, isa pang example for me, for my personal business, in all my content dito sa page, pinapakita ko, dinidemonstrate ko na I know what I'm doing. Naiintindihan ko kung ano yung mga common na problems na nai-encounter ng mga freelancers sa mga business owners. And binibigyan ko sila ng solution. So in return, magtitiwala sila sa akin na kaya ni Midge gawin to. Kaya ni Midge i-solve to or kaya niya ano to. Then may other process pa. So let's say, nag-join sila ng workshop ko. So nag-attend sila, nag-spend sila ng 4 hours with me. Diba, natutunan nyo, ito pala yung process. Ay, nagtitiwala ako kay Midge. Kaya niya talaga yung ginagawa niya. O syempre, dahil nagtitiwala na kayo, if you're looking to hire a professional to do all of this for you, diba, I will now have a foot at the door kasi nagtitiwala na kayo sa akin. So that's the process. That's what people are looking for at this stage. And again, hindi nyo man-nail down to kung hindi nyo naiintindihan yung problem. In which case, you need to go back dito sa customer research table and understand your audience. Okay, so a good element to show here, clear headline, short benefits list, fast action, and one clear call to action. Parang it's a deal. Diba? Mabilisang deal lang. Gusto mo ng checklist on how to financially plan at your 20s? Give me your name and email. Mabilis lang. No need for big exchanges. Quick and easy. So may mga bad elements din. Ayan. Too many choices. Long paragraphs about you. Tas no reason to sign up now. Walang urgency. So masyadong maraming choices. Let's say meron kang guide, meron kang pre-webinar, meron kang ano pang mga pakulo na ginagawa, meron kang one-on-one calls, di ba? Tapos yung website mo, it's just about you. Kung gaano ka kagaling, ano yung mga product mo. It's not really about the person na nakakakita and about the problems na na-encounter niya. So hindi siya magandang paniwala, hindi siya magandang lead magnet. And no reason to sign up now. This is urgency. Now many people many people thought na akala nila ang urgency is timer. No, that's not the real urgency. Ang real urgency po is FOMO or fear of missing out. Not by timers or mag-i-stop na or hindi na siya magiging libre, di ba? It's by telling them kung gaano karami na po ang nagbili or gaano karami na ang kumuha and gaano ka-urgent yung problem na kailangan na nilang masolve. Diba? So for example, ito lagi kong sinasabi, sobrang dami ng virtual assistants ang meron nung training na to. Sobrang dami ng freelancers ang naka-attend. Almost 10,000 students na tayo. Ano na? Ikaw na lang ang wala. Ikaw na lang hindi nakakalam. Ano na? Tara na. Mag-join ka na. Sign up. Buy now. They buy now. O ganun din. Kahit hindi buy now, get this checklist. O ikaw na lang ang hindi nagkakaroon itong libreng checklist na to. Ikaw na lang ang hindi pa nakaka-attend. Ang dami nang kumuha. Dami nang natulungan. Ang dami nang nakasolve ng problema nila gamit itong checklist na to. Give me your name, email, and contact number para mapadala ko na sa'yo right now. So, kailangan bibigyan mo sila ng reason to sign up now. Again, the goal here, you turn curiosity into action. You make them say, yes, I'll give you my info. Yes, bibigyan. Yes, kontakin mo ko. I want more. Okay? You need to turn curiosity into action. Again, paano mo magagawa yan? Kailangan malinaw yung next step. Plus, ano pa yung binigay natin kanina? Naiintindihan mo yung problems nila. Examples. Free home service car check-up, book now. Ito, pwede kang mag-call to action na may timer. Bakit? Kasi napupuno na po yung slot sa ating free home service car check-up. Napupuno na po yung slots kasi limited lang po ang kaya namin accommodate. So, you need to book now. Free skin consultation and free guide on how to double your leads with Facebook ads. Those are just examples. And go to ChatGPT and try to ask for a lot of examples doon sa particular niche mo and you'll be surprised kung gaano karami ideas ang ibibigay niya sa'yo. Okay? So, that's it for interest. Let's move to the next step. So, ito na. Conversion na tayo. How do you get people to buy? So, kailangan malakas din tong conversion mechanism mo. Kailangan maayos din siya. Pero, ako, I firmly believe na kung maayos yung interest mo, maayos yung content mo, maayos yung trust building mo, maayos yung simula, conversion is one of the easiest things to do. So, to give you an example, di naman po sa nagmamayabang, no? Because yung mga workshops natin, maganda ang quality, marami tayong information na binibigay, marami tayong tinuturo, marami tayong nire-reveal na actual no BS information. Sobrang dami po po ang nagbo-book ng one-on-one. So, hindi ko na halos kailangan i-promote yung one-on-one training or one-on-one consultation or one-on-one mentorship because naayos po yung mga first steps. Now, I could theoretically oversell and make more money. Kaya lang, honestly, di ba, medyo tinatamad din po ako. Yung tao din po ako. Hindi naman ako ganun ka sipag when it comes to doing this. But, I guarantee you, kayang-kaya niyo po gawin to. So, once na matutunan niyo siya, once na magawa niyo siya and maayos yung mga first steps niyo, conversion is one of the easiest ways. So, what are the tools na ginagamit natin to convert? So, pwedeng sales page. So, anong conversion mechanism? It's basically how you convince them to buy. How you convince them to purchase. So, sales page, pwede yan. Checkout page, so parang e-commerce style yan. Booking page, calendar booking page, pwede rin po yan. Ito, normal yung ginagamit. Messenger offer. Sobrang linaw lang po, messenger. Next, VSL or video sales letter. Ano po yung VSL? It's a long form video, pwedeng 10 minutes up to 1 hour kung saan pina-persuade mo sila to buy or to purchase. Pwedeng done online po yan. Or, ito, ang live version ng VSL is presentation. Live presentation po via Zoom. Yan, that's one option kung gusto po ninyo ng live or interaction with your customers. Pwede rin namang may tatawag sa inyo na sales closer or may tatawag na agent or pwedeng pupunta naman ng office. Diba? The thing is, you have to have different conversion tools and you need to test different conversion tools as well. Huwag po kayo mag-stick sa isa. So, for example, yes, may video sales letter kayo to convert. You can also try, kung hindi sila nag-convert sa VSL, you can try inviting them sa office or having a call with a sales closer. So, you should have one primary conversion tool na you know it works. Now, if that tool failed, dapat may way ka to follow up and try a different conversion mechanism. So, for example, I have a sales page. So, for my live workshop, for example, for my live Facebook ads workshop, you can join here and you can pay. So, diba, may name ka dyan, you can submit, you can click here to pay. So, let's say, nakita nyo, checkout page yan, diba? Let's say, hindi mag-confirm o hindi magtuloy si client. No, I have other ways of converting. So, sinesend ako ng emails, sinesend ako ng free courses, sinisendan ko ng value emails para eventually mag-convert sila. Or pwedeng i-chat nila ako sa page, magtatanong sila, tapos ipupush ko sila na mag-join sa ating live Facebook ads workshop. So, I have one primary conversion mechanism. I know this works. Alam kong this works. Kaya lang, just in case na hindi siya mag-work, at least I have backup plans. So, yun yung idea na gusto kong ipasa sa inyo. People buy when they believe. Tatandaan nyo po lagi yan. So, hindi sila bibili kung sobrang taas ng risk or they think na yung solution is hindi po gagana para sa kanila. So, sa lahat ng bumili ng Facebook ads workshop, in some way, nagtitiwala sila na by attending this workshop, I can somehow teach them how to become a highly paid Facebook ad specialist. No? So, naniniwala sila. They think that the solution will work for them. Also, mababa lang yung risk. And yung risk na to, it comes to either guarantee, or the price is low enough. So, yung sa akin, ang Facebook ads workshop ko ay $199. So, mababa lang yung risk. So, hindi ko kailangan ng sobrang daming guarantees. Hindi ko kailangan na, pag wala kang nakuhang result, hindi ko kailangan gawin yun kasi mababa lang naman yung risk. For higher ticket products, di ba? For higher ticket products, you might want to do that. So, for example, worth 1 to 2 million pesos yung product, di ba? Or bahay, real estate, di ba? Siyempre, kung wala yung bahay, di ba? Kailangan makita yung bahay, di ba? Hindi pwede, wala yung bahay. Diba? So, dapat, tatandaan nyo, you should make the risk lower for clients, di ba? Or for customers. Next, ito, the value is higher than the price. And how do you make your product valuable? O, sa akin, I make my live workshop valuable by creating valuable content on Facebook na kung yung mga, yun nga na libre na libreng, natututo kayo, how much more yung magbabayad? Parang ganun. And ito, finally, they trust you. Paano yan? Again, paano mangyayari yan na they trust you? You need to go back doon sa discussion natin kanina, which is yung interest. That's how people will trust you. Okay? Next. How do you increase the conversion? Ito, these are actual things that will help you increase your conversion. So, napakarami po dito. Sobrang dami po dito. But, sa simula pa lang, okay, ito na yung mga number 1 na pwede po ninyo may apply. Testimonials and real proof. Kailangan po yan. Clear offer deals. Bonuses. Guarantee or refund terms. Simple checkout pages. Urgency. Limited time. Or scarcity. Yan po yung mga pwede ninyong ilagay. Kaya lang, hindi po ninyo pwedeng i-overdo. Pag sobra-sobra naman po, it affect. Pag sobra-sobra, yung mga ganito ninyo, di ba? Sobra-sobra po yung time. Di ba? Hindi na siya mukhang legitimate. Hindi na siya katiwa-tiwala. It also lowers the conversion. Okay? Now, what are the things that lower conversion? Ito, confusion. Lagi po yan. Ang dami pong mga option. Confusion. Mabagal ng website. Too many forms to fill. Ito, nakikita ko po, po, lagi, ito talaga, nung agent pa ako, lagi ko talaga ito nakikita. Bago mo pa fill upin ang pagkanda haba-habang sobra-sobra mga requirements, bago mo pag-submitin ng mga requirements, pagbayarin mo na muna, or at least pag down payment mo na muna. Saka na po yun. Kasi somehow, ito lalo na pag online. Let's say, dito sa aking 199. Pag mo to, let's say, ang nakalagay dito, name, email, contact number, address, website, why do you want to join the workshop? Anong mga tanong mo? Sobrang haba ng form. At some point, tatamarin na. May mga taong tatamarin na. Ang haba naman ito. Kaya mo na? Tatamarin na sila. Now, let's reverse it. O, di ba ito? Pagtapos ito, bayad na agad. Di ba? Proceed na agad sa payment checkout page. Tsaka na yung form pagkatapos. Ito, nag-a-apply ito sa GHL. So, yung GHL sub account, di ba? After nito, di ba? For example, monthly or yearly ban. After nito, first name, last name, contact number, tsaka email address, yun lang. Tapos payment na agad. Pero I need more information para ma-onboard yung sub account nila. I need address, business name, sub account name, contact number, time zone. Mahaba po yung form na kailangan para ma-onboard yung sub account nila. Pero nilagay ko yun after na ng payment. Magbayad ka na muna. Tsaka mo na daanan yung mahabang form. Kasi pag dinaanan mo muna yung mahabang form at somehow tatabarin ka na, hindi ka na magbabayad. Pero at least dito, magbayad ka na muna. Tapos tsaka na natin pag-usapan yung form pagkatapos. Parang ganon. Yun yung logic dito na too many forms to fill. Okay, bayad muna. Tsaka na yung mahabang form. Kasi, ano naman yun pag nagbayad ka na, wala nang atrasan yun. So, no choice ka na para kailangan mo i-fill up yung form. Nakuha po ninyo. Ito pa, next, confusion. Sobrang daming product. Sobrang daming pwedeng bilhin. Nalilito na sila. Unless e-commerce store ka, pwede mo po gawin yun. Next, conversion formula. Ayan, ito po, napakadali. Ano yung problema? Okay, which is, na-encounter nyo, first step dahil sa customer research. Ano yung problem? Ito po yung solution. Present na solution. Next, present mo yung proof. This solution works. So, ang isang proof dyan, pwedeng it worked for other people. Gumana siya for other people. Ano yun? Testimonials. Proof. Or, eto, dahil binigyan kita ng small part ng solution, so, halimbawa, problem A, binigay mo yung solution A, ng libre. Gamit yung mga lead magnet mo. So, that's proof na kung ano man yung in-offer mo, katiwa-tiwala, gumagana yun. So, kung meron silang bigger problem, problem B, in-offer mo yung solution B, which is may bayad, offeran mo sila nun. Now, they believe that it works kasi yung una mong pinrovide gumana. Tapos yun ang call to action. So, that's a formula. So, example, you want faster car wash? Our home service crew comes 30 minutes. Check our 500 reviews from Quezon City owners. Book today and first wash is 100 pesos off. Okay? So, people convert when the offer feels safe and smart. Tatandaan po niyan. The goal is to make paying the best and the easiest decision that they've made. Okay? So, that's it for, di ba? Madali lang ang conversion. That's it for conversions. We will now move to the next step. Andiyan pa ba kayo? Make sure na hindi kayo nakakatulog, ha? Eto na po. Bumili na sila. So, after they buy, this is what happens next. Delivery. Kailangan malinaw po ito ang alam maayos. Good delivery makes customer feel smart about choosing you. And bad delivery makes them regret buying. Now, bakit gusto mo na good delivery always? Nakuha mo naman yung pera. Because later on, you will try to upsell. You will try to get more people to spend more money. That's why kailangan maayos po yung delivery. So, ano yung example ng delivery natin? Product, service, onboarding, customer support, or follow-up after purchase. Kung kaya po ninyong i-automate ito, mas maganda. Para kahit tulog po kayo or kahit wala po yung staff, gumagana po yung onboarding. So, ito, automatic po yan. Pag bumili kayo dito, the same time na magbayad po kayo, magkakaroon kayo na access sa link, tsaka sa replay nung previous batch. So, instant. So, halimbawa, nagbili kayo ngayon, wala pa yung live session. Kailan ba yung next na live session natin? Matagal pa. January 7. Don't worry. Kasi marireceive nyo po agad yung replay ng previous batch. So, makakapanood na kayo agad ng Facebook Ads Workshop. So, that's one example na instant delivery. Now, yes, some things or some items can't be instant delivery. So, for example, yung GHL, Go High Level Sub Account, hindi po pwedeng instant yun kasi mano-mano po ang onboarding yan. O product, pinapadala po yan. So, hindi naman dapat na instant. Hindi talaga pwedeng instant yan. But at least, you notify the clients na ito po ang nangyayari. Ito po yung step by step. So, there are some important rules to follow and deliver fast as possible. Make instruction simple and help them get results quickly. Especially kung meron kang agency, di ba? Hindi naman gano'ng katagal dapat ang onboarding. Sobrang dali lang naman dapat yan. So, wag nyo na pong patagalin. Speed. Speed. Number one rule po natin, di ba, sa business, kailangan mabilis po tayo as fast as we can. As fast as possible. Why delivery matters? Ito na. People want success. Ayaw nila nung gusto nilang bumili lang. Next, ito. Happy customers refer others. The reason kung bakit ang dami po nating testimonials or reviews sa page, kasi they are happy customers. So, somehow, nire-refer nila. And ito, ang dami na po. Madami umattend sa akin ng workshop. Tapos, sinabi nila, Coach, ipapasok ko yung buong team namin dito. 20 sila. O, nagbumili lahat ng 20. Sobrang dami na pong nangyari na gano'n. So, nagko-compound po siya. Next, ito. Good delivery increases lifetime value. Kung satisfied sila doon sa product or so doon sa delivery, na-explain mo naman, bigay mo ng maayos, na-deliver mo ng mabilis, they are highly likely to buy future products, which is that's what we want. Okay? And ito, refund request drops. Ito, different examples for service business. Ayan. Ito, you don't have to, pag bumili sila, you don't have to fulfill the service agad-agad. Just send a welcome message right after booking. And pwede nyo yung gawin yan. Pwede nyo pong i-automate yan via, I don't know, Go High Level or Zapier. If you're interested on automating ito, yung delivery po ninyo, you can message my page. Ayan, bibigyan ko kayo ng code or bibigyan kayo ng example. Nag-offer po ako ng ganyang service. Automate your business, parang ganon. Next, ito pa, explain next steps clearly, show timeline of service. Again, this can all be automated. Not necessarily yung service, but at least yung notification. Ito, for digital courses, madali lang. Give instant access, di ba? Short thank you or start your training, tas email reminders. For local business, ito, thank them after service, ask for a review, give small discount for next business. Those are just examples na pwede po ninyo gawin. So, your goal here, to make them feel supported. Hindi nila pagsisihan yung binili po nila sa inyo. And hindi tayo maging scammer. Kasi, pag bumili po sila sa atin, tas bigla tayong naglaho, tayo po ay mga scammer. So, hindi po tayo scammer. Okay? Tayo po ay nagne-negosyo ng maayos, tayo po ay nagne-negosyo ng tama, tayo po ay nagseserbisyo sa ating mga kapwa Pilipino. So, make sure they get results or enjoy the product. So, a funnel does not end when they pay. Delivery is also part of the funnel. Connected doon po sa delivery, ang goal po natin is to retain. So, retention means you're keeping customers coming back. Pabalik-balik po sila. So, because the reason is it costs less to keep a customer than to get a new one. Kasi if you're trying to get new customers, syempre gagastos kayo sa ads, gagastos kayo for marketing. Pero yung retention, basically free money na po yun. Kasi bumili na sila eh. Free money na yung mga kasunod doon. Hindi na po kayo gumastos doon. Kasi you only spend on a lead once. So, you don't have to spend more. Okay? So, it cuts advertising cost. So, how do you retain customers? Ito, very basic lang po. Yan, follow-up delivery, give updates, offer upgrades, diba? Loyalty perks, and ask for a feedback. Ito, somehow, if you're asking for a feedback sa inyong mga customers, they're more likely to trust you. Mas nagtitiwala. Pag tinatanong mo po sila, more likely, nagtitiwala po sila sa inyo. Nakukuha po ninyo. Nakuha ninyo. Ito, may mga funny example ako dito na nung time na this long time ago. Diba? Yung parang how to start a conversation with anyone. Magtanong, for example, nasa mall ka, may gusto kang kausapin na isang particular na person. Tanungin mo sila, ano ba sa tingin mas bagay sa akin? Itong pula o itong blue? Parang ano sa atin, bababa yung defense ng tao and mas magtitiwala siya sa'yo. Okay? So, if you're asking for feedback, somehow, mas nagtitiwala sa yung tao, then you can use those trust for you to sell more items in the future. Okay? So, this is what retention looks like. Ayan. So, meron kang una, repeat buyers. Ayan, napaka-importante po yan, repeat buyers. They're buying more products from you. So, marami akong students na, Coach, bumili ako ng FB ads mo, bumili na ako ng GHL mo, bumili ako ng sub account mo, nag-book rin ako ng one-on-one sa'yo. So, repeat buyer siya. You also have referrals. Ito, kanina, kwento ko, di ba? Coach, papakilala kita sa team namin, papajoining ko yung team namin, o 20 sila nag-join. Better reviews, diba? Higher lifetime value. Overall, magiging sustainable yung business if you focus on this. So, your goal here is to make the relationship long. Hindi lang po one-time transaction. Okay? Pwede namang one-time transaction, kaya lang, mahirap po mag-scale pag one time lang po. Kailangan mas maganda, paulit-ulit or repeat po yung customers po niyo. Regardless kung anong business po yan. So, even sa mga restaurant businesses, ako, ilang beses na akong bumalik sa McDo in my lifetime, diba? Or bumalik sa Jollibee. Ilang beses na ako nagpabalik-balik. Ilang beses na ako kumain sa kanila. Repeat customers, repeat buyers. Imagine, magiging successful po ba kayo McDonald's? Kung kumain ka sa kanila once, tas di ka na kumain ulit, ever. Magiging successful po ba? Most probably not. No, most probably not. Same Same thing with big brands. 'Di ba? Yung mga big brands na kahit mga clothing line, 'di ba? Yung mga binibiling clothes, kung paulit-ulit mo binibili yung mga damit nila, loyal fan ka nila, that's how they grow. That's how they scale. Parang wala pang malaking business. Wala pang malaking business na one time mo lang bibilin. O meron, may naisip ako, alam niyo. O, Saint Peter. O, kabaong. O, once mo lang yun bibilin. Once mo lang yun bibilin. Hindi mo pa magagamit. Papagamit mo sa iba. Once mo lang siya bibilin. O, kung gagamitin mo, once lang din. That's the only example, outlier. Pero the rest of the business, you have to keep buying more. You have to retain customers. Ito na po, medyo advanced na tayo. Tracking and data. Sobrang importante po ng tracking. Ako na po nagsabi sa inyo. Sobrang importante po ng tracking. Yan po ang number one na tinatanong natin sa mga businesses na gustong magpa-handle or gusto para ng ads or gustong magpa-execute ng idea or magpa-ayos ng kanilang marketing. Kailangan po ng numbers and kailangan po ng data. Kasi you cannot improve what you cannot track. You cannot improve what you cannot measure. Parang sa gym lang yan di ba? Kung gusto mo mapalakas yung bench press mo, kailangan tinatrack mo yung ilan yung nabubuhat mo, ilan yung kaya mong buhatin. Kailangan mo siyang i-track, hindi pwedeng hula-hula. Pwede po yan sa simula. Pero kung gusto nyo maging high level, sa lahat po ng aspeto, kailangan na measure po yan. Sa lahat, kahit sa sports, di ba yung mga basketball, sila Steph Curry, may mga stats yan. Kailangan po nilang makita yan, kailangan makita ng mga coach para ma-improve. So, ganun din po sa pag-arara ng ads, pag-arara ng funnel. We have to have basic understanding of the stats. So, here are the basics numbers that you can monitor. And click-through rate, cost per lead, cost per acquisition, conversion rate, and yung lifetime value. Now, hindi po natin i-discuss yan today kasi medyo mahaba na yung inabot ng ating video. Hindi ko alam kung gaano nakahaba yung inabot. But, all you need to do is go to ChatGPT and search. Ba? So, for example, i-screenshot po natin to Screenshot natin. Pupunta tayo sa ChatGPT, paste natin yan, explain this. Ganun lang po kadali. Ganun lang po kadali ang buhay po ngayon. Eto, explain this. Tapos i-explain po niya sa iyo yung CTR, di ba? Cost per lead, cost per acquisition, conversion rate, lifetime value. So you need to know your basic numbers. So if your numbers are bad, what you need to do is fix one step at a time starting from the top. So una po ninyo aayusin yung ads ninyo. So sa ads, unahin niyo po kung ano yung una yung dapat ayusin, which is yung image o yung creative mismo. After yan, yung first line. After po yan, yung headline. Sunod na po yung call to action. Kumbaga, start working from the top. Now, kung gumagana yung ads mo, paano mo nalaman gumagana yung ads mo? Yung click-through rate is 1%. Let's say gumagana yung ads mo. Pero mababa yung opt-in rate ng landing page. O, kailangan po niyo ayusin yung landing page. Kung maayos nyo yung landing page, may nag-opt-in, may nagbibigay ng leads, pero hindi nyo ma-convert. Ibig sabihin, may problem po kayo sa conversion, tsaka nyo ayusin yung conversion. So, pwede mag-try kayo different conversion strategy. And sukatin po ninyo ulit. Kailangan po ninyo sukatin. You need to measure. Okay? And also ito, to add, change only one variable per test. Huwag pong babaguhin lahat. So, halimbawa, binago nyo yung landing page ninyo. Huwag nyo babaguhin yung ads ninyo ng sabay. Bakit? Kasi hindi nyo po alam kung ano yung nagbigay ng result. So, halimbawa, mababa, pangit yung sales. Binago nyo yung landing page, binago niyo yung ads. Tumaas po ngayon yung sales. Anong reason kung ba tumaas yung sales? Hindi po ninyo alam. Pwedeng yung ads, pwedeng yung landing page. Either or. Now, back to zero na naman. Hindi nyo alam kung anong i-improve nyo. Diba? Kasi parehas yung sabay binago. So, you need to change only one variable per test. Kaya nga sa, diba, sa science, isang variable lang. Isang independent variable lang po ang binabago one at a time. Kasi kung dalawa yan, hindi nyo alam kung ano yung nagbigay ng isang specific na result. Okay? So, data tells you where people drop off, which audience cares, what message works, and when to scale. Sasabihin po sa inyo ng detail. So your goal, make decisions based on numbers, hindi lang po hula-hula or hypothetical. Especially sa isang laro na tinatawag nating business, kung saan sobrang very focus po tayo sa numbers, you need to make decisions, hindi po sa hula-hula, hindi po base sa intuition po natin. We need to make choices based on actual numbers. Hindi po pwede yung hula-hula lang po. Okay? Okay, next. Dito na po tayo sa application. Malapit na tayo matapos. So, sa mga nanonood pa, comment naman kung umabot kayo dito, magbigay tayo ng keyword. Comment the word banana. O, kung umabot po kayo sa point na to, comment the word banana para alam ko na umabot kayo sa point na to ng video. So, teka, kukonek lang natin yung charger. Okay, so kung umabot po kayo sa point ng video na to, comment down banana, like, share. Para mas marami pong makaalam. Diba? Para alam ko na umabot kayo sa part na to. So, ano yung mga common tools na ginagamit natin to help make the funnel run smoothly. But again, tools do not fix a bad offer, a bad message. Kaya una natin dinaanan po yung messaging, dinaanan yung offers, dinaanan yung mga lead magnets, etc. Para pag binigyan ko na po kayo ng tools on how to do that, mas madali nyo na po ma-execute. Kasi alam mo, binigyan ko kayo ng tool, hindi nyo maalam kung ano ilalagay nyo dun sa tool. Hindi nyo alam kung ano ilalagay nyo sa email. So wala rin, useless din. Sana yung mga common tools. For traffic, for getting traffic, getting inquiries, ito yung Facebook ads, TikTok ads, Google ads. Stick lang po kayo dyan. Huwag nyo na pong pakialaman yung YouTube ads, LinkedIn ads, especially kung beginner. Para na lang po yung sa mga malalaking companies, mga big corporate companies. Or kung na-master nyo na yung Facebook ads saka TikTok ads, yes, pwede. Pwede kayo mag-YouTube ads. But for now, kung beginner, start po sa Facebook ads. Sunod po yung Google ads. And then ito, you can experiment din po trying TikTok ads. Okay, next, for landing pages, ang pinaka-mare-recommend ko po, pinakamura, pinakamadali, go high level. High level. Kasi lahat po all-in na yan. So, sa high level, all-in na yan. May landing page ka na, may CRM ka pa, may emails ka pa, may course ka pa, lahat. Sa ClickFunnels, di po kompleto. Sa Worms, di po kompleto. Tsaka mahal po yung mga registrations po dyan. Sa go high level, pinakamura lang po. Ito pa, email, you can use MailerLite, you can use ConvertKit. Again, you can also use high level. You can use go high level. So, kung sa go high level, sakop mo na lahat. Okay, ito, next, for checkout pages, sa Pilipinas po, Sendit ang isa sa pinaka-okay. Pwede rin po yung Paymongo. Now, kung international naman, clients, of course, Stripe tsaka PayPal. Yan po yung mga options po ninyo. Ito po, another tip, keep it simple. Start with the tools you already know. And mag-add lang po kayo kapag kailangan. And do not change your entire business. Alam mo, nakakita kayo ng bagong tool. Ang ginawa niyo, nilipat nyo agad sa panibagong tool. Hindi nyo pa naman testing yun. So, parang sinira nyo yung buong business, parang nag-start kayo from scratch. So, start with tools that you already know. And magdagdag na lang po kayo pag kailangan in the future. So, palaki na palaki. Yun po ang mindset, ang growth mindset. Mag-start na maliit, pero eventually, lalaki po ng lalaki. So, those are the tools that you need to know. Proceed na po tayo sa next. Now, let's look at some examples of good versus bad funnels. Now, hindi po ibig sabihin ng bad funnel, hindi na siya gagana. Kasi may mga bad funnels pa rin po na gumagana. Kaya lang, kung mas mapaganda mo pa siya, mas lalo pa siyang gagana. So, yun po yung di-discuss natin dito. So, ito, good funnel. Again, na-discuss na natin ito kanina. May clear message, isang path, mabilis lang ang loading, simple steps, tapos may proof and trust. Ang bad funnel, maraming distractions. Maraming mga kung ano-anong link sa taas. Marahaba yung forms. Diba? Ito, long forms too early. Diba? Hindi pa nga nagbabayad, masyado na maraming form. Ito, one good tip or trick na ginagawa natin, kapag mahaba yung form na kailangan nila i-fill out, i-split ko yun into two forms. So, ang unang form, for example, quote. Magre-request ng quote for high-ticket product. Pag quote, diba, syempre, kailangan marami kang information na makuha bago ka makapagbigay ng quote. So, ginagawa ko, inuuna ko yung name, email, contact number. So, step 1, name, email, contact number. Step 2, yun ay mahabang form. Okay? So, worst case, tamarin mas nila sa mahabang form. Meron na akong name, email, and contact number na pwede kong i-contact ulit, pwede kong i-reach out na, hey, you forgot to fill out the long form, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Next, slow page. Mabagal po ang page and hindi maintindihan ng offer. Dami po nag-send ng ganyan. Hindi ko alam kung ano po binibenta nila. Hindi ko maintindihan. Ito nga, good, ipabasa po ninyo sa kapatid ninyo or sa tatay ninyo, sa magulang ninyo, di ba? Pabasa ninyo. Tapos tanong mo kung naiintindihan ba nila or kung ano, naiintindihan ba yung product. Okay? So, kailangan malinaw po maintindihan yung offer. And finally, ito, walang motivation to act or walang enough call of rush. Kung meron mang call of rush, sobrang vague or sobrang weak. For example, timer. This PDF is only available until blah blah blah. Hindi po na sold out ang PDF. Kailangan mo na itandaan, ha? Alam na po ng tao yan. Sus, loko mo pa kami. PDF hindi na sold out yan. Lagi kang may PDF, hindi na naubusan. So you need to think of clever ways on how to motivate them to act. So good final example. May ads, may simple na landing page, may thank you, follow-up ng emails, tatawagan, or checkout page. Malinaw lang, very straightforward. Bad funnel example, ito, may mga random post, nakalink sa homepage. Homepage ng alin? Website nila. Sa website, marami mga buttons. May about me, may consultations, may products, blah, 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 link to. Pansin po ninyo, ang aking funnel, ito yung funnel ko, gumagana, daming students na nag-join, more than up to date, parang 15,000 na tayo ngayon, students na nag-join, gumagana. Wala pong link sa taas, walang mga menu. Pag pinindot mo yan, lalabas yung form. Pag pinindot mo to, lalabas yung form. Same form. Pag pinindot mo to, Ano ba? Wala ka na ibang pwede pindutin eh. Ito lang, ito. Pag-lalabas yung form. Wala na ibang button. Yun lang. Form lang. Malinaw lang yung next step. Yan po yung funnel ko. Ang iba po sa akin, yung website. So, yung website ko, ba? Yan po yung website. Eh, yung website pwede. Pwede kang maraming, may mga buttons ka dyan, interactive. Pero, yung funnel po is hindi. Ganyan na po karami. Yung nag-join po sa atin, no? Nakuha po ninyo yung difference ng magandang funnel tsaka hindi magandang funnel. Yun din po yung main difference ng funnel tsaka website, ha? Ito po yung example ng website. Yung pwede kang mag-explore, pwede kang bumili ng mga other products. Yan, website po yan. Ang funnel, ito, one direction lang po. And kung magra-run po kayo ng ads, dapat pa-funnel, hindi po siya pa-website. Pa-funnel para isang direction. So ito, iiwanan ko po sa inyong quote, clarity wins every time. Tatandaan niyo po yan. Mas importante po ang clarity kaysa magtunog kayong smart. Kasi yung iba gusto nila maging witty sila sa ads eh. Gusto nila maging smart or gusto nila magmukha silang matalino sa mga ads nila. So gumagamit sila ng mga highfalutin words, gumagamit sila ng mga very complicated terms. But again, sa mundo po ng internet marketing, clarity wins every single time. So yun na! Finally, we're here. We're here sa last step which is execution. This is your first funnel plan. So ito po yung plano po ninyo. Okay? Una, you need to create one offer first. So gumamit po kayo ng tools like ChatGPT to help you. Yung gamitin nyo yung customer research. I-specify nyo who is it for and create a clear promise based on your offer. Then, you build a simple landing page. Hindi kailangan overly design. So, simple lang po muna. Then, set one call to action. Pwedeng buy now, kung direct, kung low ticket lang naman, or just book a call. After po nyan, mag-run lang po kayo ng basic ads. Basic ads saying na kung gusto niyo nito, click nyo to. Parang ganon. Then, track results, improve one part each week. So many people underestimate what they can do in 2 to 3 months and they overestimate what they can do in 1 week. Gusto nila first week pa lang gumagana na, first week pa lang kumikita na. Hindi naman po ganun. So, ako, inabot po ako ng 1 year to build Accelerate Digital Marketing as it is where it is currently right now with over 15,000 students. Inabot po ako ng 1 taon bago ko po na-achieve yan. Bago po kumita ang Accelerate Digital Marketing, inabot po ako ng 2 months bago ako mag-break even. Sa pangatlong buwan, doon na po ako nag-start kumita. So, ganun po katagal ang testing. But, nag-focus lang po ako into one thing, improving one part every week. Improving one part each week. So, sa una, ginandahan ko yung binago ko yung offer, ginandahan ko yung landing page, nagawa ko follow-up, nag-create ako ng mga bagong offers, blah, blah. One part each week. Okay? Next, ito po, checklist. Ang page mo ba ay mabilis? So, try mo buksan sa incognito browser. Mabilis ba siya? Malinaw ba yung headline? O, paano mo malalaman kung malinaw yung headline? Ito, ipatest po ninyo sa jowa ninyo, kapatid ninyo, sa magulang ninyo, sa kakilala, hindi nyo po kakilala. Ipabasa nyo kung naiintindihan ba. Isa lang yung button. Malinaw ang button. May nilagay ka bang proof? Okay? Maikli lang ba yung form mo and meron ka bang follow-up. Once na ready na po yan, nagawa nyo na, launch. Just launch. Tsaka nyo na po pagplanuhan yung mga kasunod. Tsaka na lang po kayo mag-adjust. Launch, then adjust. Again, action teaches more than planning. So, kung mabot ka sa point na ito ng video, comment down banana. And share this kung nakatulong sa ito ay marami ka natutunan. Magkita-kita tayo sa susunod na video. And can't wait to see all of your funnels.